Good afternoon. Welcome to our pre-service meditation. My name is Marianne Marsalek, and I am a practitioner with the Center for Spiritual Living, Baltimore. For those of you who are new to our service, we are going to start with a guided meditation followed by an affirmative prayer. So right here and now, let's just get settled. It's good to sit back with your back straight if you can. Have your feet flat on the floor, legs uncrossed, or however you want them to be comfortable. And let's just take a deep cleansing breath. And let's just let our attention go inward. You might like to close your eyes at this point or lower your gaze. Let's take 3 deep cleansing breaths. In through your nose and out completely. Breathe in your gaze. Take 3 deep breaths. Breathe in this moment. Breathe out the past. Breathe in this instant. Breathe in this moment. Breathe out the past. Breathe out yesterday. Breathe in this current moment. Breathe out tomorrow. Breathe in calm. Breathe in peace. Exhale all tension. And feel yourself sink into the stillness. Let each breath carry you deeper and deeper into the beauty, comfort, and rhythm of the breath. This is the time to let all tensions go from your shoulders, from your neck. Drop the shoulders. Let any tension just melt and travel down your arms, through your fingertips. Let your torso just relax. Relax in your seat. Relax your legs, your calves, your toes. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and just let all tension, all concerns just drift away. And just let your awareness ride the wave of your breath. And then your out breath. If you notice, as often happens, that your mind may have wandered or become lost in a thought or a memory, a feeling, a worry, just take note of it and gently, lovingly return your awareness toward the breath, whether you feel it or wherever you feel it, and follow that wave of the in-breath and follow the out-breath. As you continue to follow your breath, I'm going to tell you an ancient story that's been passed through generations. The mind is like the ocean, and deep in the ocean, beneath the surface, it is calm and clear. And no matter what the surface conditions are like, whether it's smooth or choppy, or even a full strength gale up there at the surface, deep, deep in the ocean, it's tranquil and serene. From the depth of the ocean, you can look toward the surface and simply notice the activity there. Just as from the depth of the mind, you can look upward toward the waters, the brain waves at the surface of your mind, all that activity of the mind, you can observe the feelings, the thoughts, the sensations, and memories. Take this opportunity to just observe those activities at the surface of your mind and let them go. Let your attention go back to the breath. Follow the breath to reground yourself in the tranquil place at the deepest depth of the mind to commune with the one mind. Keep breathing the sacred breath. From this place, it's now possible to become aware of the activities of the mind without being swept away by them, to know that those are not the totality of who you are. That you are more than just your thoughts. More than your feelings. You can have those thoughts and feelings and also be able to just notice them with the wisdom that they are not your identity. They are simply one part of your mind's experience. Feeling, thinking, remembering, or worrying that you identify. You can just let them come and go. Just identify what is going on. Let them float gently away and out of awareness. Like bubbles floating upward and away. Our spirit is whole and complete. It always has been, and it is waiting for our attention to shift away from the surface. All that is required is that at times we give up the struggle, all struggle, even spiritual struggle. In the depth of the ocean, there is sunken treasure. The depth is the source of all love, healing, creativity, joy, pleasure, and wisdom. Each time we allow ourselves to sink or dive, even for a few minutes, into the deep, we touch those treasures. Each time we return to the surface, we bring some of this treasure back to share. This happens effortlessly because the treasure is our true self. Just pause and contemplate that. Let us now go into prayer. As I speak for all of us with the great I am. There is only one mind. That one mind is everywhere. That mind is present where I am now and where we all are now. The all-knowing, ever-present, and all-powerful presence is with us now. All sense of worry, distraction, or doubt leaves me, us, now. I am floating in the deep oceans of the one mind, filled with love, comfort, and stillness. I see the surface quality of the conditions of my life. I can observe them from a distance, safe in the arms of love. I realize I can choose to see rightly, to know the truth that conditions do not define me. I choose to join the one mind and enjoy peace, harmony, and joy. I choose to expand my awareness of the infinite good that surrounds me, that I swim in every day. I expand my consciousness of the divine source that envelops me, that works through me and as me. When surface conditions become rocky, I choose to dive deep into my new awareness of the divine ocean of love and support that is always there for me. I know I can always return to peace and stillness, to the waiting presence by returning to my breath. I have found sunken treasure, and it has filled me with compassion, love, and a true sense of self. I am worthy of all good. I accept peace, harmony, love, tranquility, and joy, and so much more. I am so grateful to know these truths, to have sacred breath to fall back on at all times, to bring me to the present moment, to allow me to dive deep within to my source, the source of all good, the source of all wisdom, of oneness, of unity, and love, mostly love. So I am so grateful. I am so grateful to feel this serenity, to be embodied in this quiet, this calm, this peace, to be open to joy, to prosperity, to beauty, to love, compassion, and to sharing this with others. I feel so blessed. And I release this prayer, this meditation, knowing that God is with me, God is with us, that we are together, surrounded in love and joy, prosperity, abundance. Thank you, God, for blessing me, blessing us. And I release this prayer knowing it is done into the law. I surrender to joy, to love, to self-love, to love of the self, the capital S self. So I release this knowing it is done, and so it is.
Welcome to another day, awaiting each surprise. Let love lead the way. When challenges arise, breathe and simply say, return to love, to peace of mind. Return to love, to the ease inside. Turn and return to love. Turn and return to love. Be present and trust. Welcome to the here and now. Take a pause if you must. Everything will work somehow. Each moment is a gift. Expect good and allow. Return to love, to peace of mind. Return to love, to the ease inside. Return and return to love. Turn and return to love. Return to love, to peace inside. Return to love, to that ease inside. Turn and return to love. Turn and return to love. Return to love.
that
Go ahead.
on this blessed day that is Father's Day, that we are here to honor the fathers that raised us, for all the wonderful fathers or father figures who stepped in through our lives, the teachers, the uncles, the grandfathers, who helped us, who mentored us, who inspired us and challenged us. So we certainly honor the fathers that are among us and the fathers that have raised us. I know that I am so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful for everyone who has participated to make this service possible. Our technical geniuses who are getting us through this with such great ease and great humor. For our producer today, Sue Monahan, our host, Harry Leffman, for our beloved Reverend Kathleen, for everyone, for Dana, who is behind the scenes and so many things to make this possible, our board, our members. So we pray for each other and we pray for you as you join us as members, as guests, as you celebrate with us and share love and share concern. So this is a blessed day. We are so blessed to have such a wonderful musician with us today. And we are just opening our hearts now and readying our minds, opening up our hearts to receive the message and the in-service meditation to come. Thank you, God, for allowing this to happen, to progress as we grow better at technology, as we grow in consciousness. Thank you, God, for being here with us and as us. And I release this prayer to all, knowing it is done. And so it is. So it is.
It's my pleasure to welcome back to CSL Greater Baltimore our interim minister, Reverend Kathy Sibley.
Let's do music first. No, let's do some music first.
I started it over. I'm having some technical difficulties myself. Open your eyes. Open your mind. Be ready to receive. God has got you in mind. Open your ears. Make a change in your life. It's your time to prosper. There's no need for strife. Do you know what it takes? Do you know what God needs? You gotta be willing if you want to receive. Love, peace, rain down. Health, joy, rain down. Wealth, abundance, rain down, rain down. Love, peace, rain down. Health, joy, rain down. Open your heart, let God's power unfold. Its bounty of plenty and riches untold. Awaken your soul, feel the change in your life. God's wealth is yours, there's no need for strife. Do you know what it takes? Do you know what God needs? You gotta be willing if you want to receive. Love, peace, rain down. Health, joy, rain down. Wealth, abundance, rain down, rain down. Love, peace, rain down. Health, joy, rain down. Wealth, abundance, rain down, rain down. Rain down. Ooh. Come on, happiness, rain down. Let the love rain down. Oh, freedom, rain down. Let abundance rain down. Let joy rain down. Love, peace, rain down. Wealth, joy, rain down. Wealth, abundance, rain down, rain down. Love, peace, rain down. Health, joy, rain down. Wealth, abundance, rain down, rain down. Rain down. Ooh, rain down. Rain down.
There you go.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you to the musician. I am feeling it. I am feeling it. And let's let the joy rain down. Our theme this week is about pleasure. The month's theme was self-care, and the topic is to bring pleasure into our self-care and how important joy is, and having a sense of calm and peace that brings pleasure and joy. And when I think of a joyous person or joyous poetry, I think of Hafez, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. He is a great Sufi master who lived in the 1300s, but his work feels so relevant today and so with it. And I would like to read a poem that he wrote. It's called We Have Not Come to Take Prisoners. I should say that we are going to read this poem. We're going to have a time to contemplate the words, and we are going to end our spiritual practice with a breath sutra written by Thich Nhat Hanh. So let me start with the reading. Let's all get very comfortable, very relaxed, and let's just be aware of our breath and taking a couple of deep cleansing breaths so that we're ready and available to listen, to open our hearts to these words written by a Sufi master. He lived in Persia in the 1300s, but such wise words. And the title of this is called We Have Not Come to Take Prisoners. We have not come here to take prisoners, but to surrender ever more deeply to freedom and joy. We have not come into this exquisite world to hold ourselves hostage from love. Run, my dear, from anything that may not strengthen your precious budding wings. Run like hell, my dear, from anyone likely to put a sharp knife into the sacred, tender vision of your beautiful heart. We have a duty to befriend those aspects of obedience that stand outside of our house and shout to our reason, oh, please, come out and play. For we have not come here to take prisoners or to confine our wondrous spirits, but to experience ever and ever more deeply our divine courage, freedom, and light. And may I so boldly add, and joy. So let us just take that couple deep cleansing breaths and just open our hearts to what this poem has brought to you. So right now, I would like to lead you through the Thich Nhat Hanh's Breath Sutra. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know. As the in-breath grows slow, as the in-breath grows deep, the out-breath grows slow. Breathing in makes me calm. Breathing out brings me ease. With the in-breath, I smile. With the out-breath, I release. Breathing in, there is only the present moment. Breathing out, it is a wonderful moment. And I would like to conclude with several affirmations from Science of Mind that I particularly liked and want to remember throughout my week. I remember my joy. I accept my joy. I am joy. I release any resistance to it, to this joy. I release any resistance to the free flow through my life of joy. I am so grateful to know this, and I release this knowing it is so.
So, beloveds, it is good to be here today. It is good to be today. Our topic is supposed to be about pleasure. However, there is a great pleasure going on at CSL Baltimore, and that has to do with a certain celebration we are having. Anytime a new practitioner is licensed, it is an occasion for joy. Now, what I will point out is that Ernest Holmes said very clearly, and I'm saying this to our practitioners as well, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This teaching is a series of tools that we can use when things start to go sideways. So when tech goes sideways, we go to prayer. When about half the congregation gets COVID, we go to prayer. And St. Paul was wise enough to say that we should be grateful in all things. He never said for all things. So in this moment, I am grateful that we have already learned how to come together in the name of love using the technology that we have. Because there are things we do to acknowledge this momentous occasion that has to do with our beloved Dana. And so I'm going to ask Dana to join me in StreamYard right now. And there she is. How you feeling, beautiful?
Oh, I'm feeling all right.
You are
How's
muted, my love.
everybody? I don't feel well. I mean,
Okay.
sick, really. I just
So
got a little head
we
cold.
cannot hear you, but I am going to be willing that your vows be indicated as a yes by a head nod. How's that? Okay, see, that's what yes. This is like my day of anytime I ask somebody a question, they just say, I do. Because after here, I go to a wedding. And this too is a certain type of wedding. So Dana, what I want you to know is that today you are marrying the aspect of yourself that is powerful, that is a Christed being, that is the Buddha. You are awakening even more deeply to your Buddha nature, and that doesn't happen overnight. For those who don't know, it takes about 1.5 to 2 years of prerequisites, and then 2 full years of practitioner training before you're allowed to sit for your test, which is written, and you have to pass that before you can sit for your oral panels, where a group of 3 people come together and discern whether or not you have the consciousness of a practitioner. And those are the hoops that Dana just jumped through successfully. So I'm going to ask our seasoned practitioners to stand with me in the light of consciousness, whether they stand physically or not. And I'm going to read the words that are part of our usual celebration of practitioners that have been used for years by many of the 3,000 practitioners of religious scientists that live around the globe. So, down through the ages, there have been those in whom the light of divine love has burned brightly, as they have been willing to work in love and service for others. That light burns brightly today in this special person who has answered the call to being a religious science practitioner. This is a high calling and responsibility and not to be entered into lightly, which brings us to this holy moment. Through the vows taken and the blessings bestowed, this individual has volunteered to be a light of love in the world and is committing to being the spiritual partner to the members and friends of this congregation. She is offering herself as a vessel for truth, to be an avenue through which truth is revealed and wholeness is restored. We ask each licensed practitioner to willingly and unreservedly dedicate themselves to the practice of spiritual mind treatment, the teaching of the principles of religious science, loving service to others, and their own ever-deepening spiritual growth and understanding. So, if you are already a licensed practitioner, I ask you to Respond to these questions in your heart as Dana answers them online. Dana, do you dedicate yourself to your own continually deepening spiritual practice, that you may walk ever more deeply in the heart of spirit and see ever more clearly the spiritual truth, and that your life, to the best of your ability, is lived as a model for and conscious realization of love and law as the center of your being? If so, indicate now.
Yes, I do.
Do you dedicate yourself to behold the divine perfection in all who call upon you, to the constant recognition of the one spirit within all people, regardless of any outer conditions or circumstances, to be a place of healing and wholeness as you serve whoever may call on you in time of need? If so, please indicate now.
Yes, I do.
Do you dedicate yourself to serve willingly and lovingly as a spiritual counselor, teacher, and guide to this congregation, to participate in expanding the ministry of the Centers for Spiritual Living in whichever way Spirit calls you? If so, please indicate now.
Yes, I do.
Do you dedicate yourself to your high calling and to the conduct of your office with dignity, integrity, moderation, and sincere commitment, to adhere to the declaration of principles of religious science and to practice the art and science of spiritual mind treatment and prayer, and to conform to the code of ethics for religious science practitioners? If so, please indicate now.
Yes, I do.
Do you dedicate yourself to the purpose and vision of the Centers for Spiritual Living? That is, awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence and creating a world that works for every living being? If so, please indicate that.
Yes, I do.
Having completed the prescribed courses of the Centers for Spiritual Living, leading to the recognition of practitioner of religious science, having duly made application, been tested, and officially listed as a practitioner, this individual, fully understanding the sacredness of the high calling of practitioners and understanding the responsibility placed upon her, has decided to enter into the healing work of the center and become an active part of its expanding ministry. As a practitioner of religious science, licensed by the authority of the Centers for Spiritual Living, you are privileged to be installed in your ecclesiastic office at the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Baltimore. This is the outer expression of an inner consecration which you have already made within your own heart. Through this consecration, you place yourself in special relationship to all humankind, the members and friends of this center, and the ministry of the Center for Spiritual Living. Yours is the privilege and responsibility of practicing spiritual mind treatment and the application of the law of mind to restore wholeness in mind, body, spirit, and worldly affairs to whoever may call upon you. Reveal the truth to all who seek, so they too may be free.
Yes.
This is my charge to you. Now, when I became a practitioner back in, 1 BC, we had a tradition that part of the ceremony is that I am to give you a rose. However, as mystical and powerful of a symbol as that may be, I never understood the symbology of handing you something that had been cut off from the source and would soon be dead. So, I invite you to join with me as you now enter what we fondly call practitioner year 3, which is the rest of your life. And normally I'd make you open this. Ta-da! I want you to notice I even got it wrapped and it's
Oh,
with me. So
that's so sweet.
my friends and I used to say that during year 3 is when you get to learn to levitate, to bilocate, and when you get your magic wand. I don't know if you
Oh.
can even see that, but here. I can't see it because I'm no longer wearing my
thank
glasses.
you. It's so
So,
cute.
this is a magic wand. What I want you to remember is, as pretty as it is, it's a trinket. The magic is you and your own soul. The magic is the power within you and everyone else. Because we're all practitioners, right?
Mhm.
We are all practitioners of religious science. And what we know is that each and every one of us can speak into being whatever it is that our soul is hungry for. The challenge of being a practitioner, a licensed practitioner of religious science, is that it's very easy to begin to believe that perhaps we're the only ones who have it. That perhaps we're special like Jesus became special over the years. That somehow we are different because we have a license. Here is what I would like everyone to remember. We are each adult children of God. As Edwin Gaines liked to say, God doesn't have any grandchildren. We're all first generation. Jesus said, everything I have done, you will do and more. He wasn't just talking to his apostles, although it's made to look like that. He's talking to everyone who is willing to go within and find that Christ consciousness, the same thing that Buddha called on and called the Buddha nature. Each and every one of us must be our own Christ, must be our own healer. And so this is my little addition. To remember that we are not the end all be all for anyone. For those of you who cannot see it, it says, you cannot make everyone happy. You are not coffee. So I'll rewrap it so that you get the pleasure of unwrapping it again. But what we need to remember as religious scientists, and we can let Dana take a deep breath and be off camera now that she's ready. What we remember as religious scientists is that our power remains with us. No matter how wonderful our practitioners are, our licensed practitioners, the power to control circumstances, the power to heal the sick, the power of this one mind lives within each and every one of us. And there is great pleasure in knowing that we each have the power to create the world that works for everyone. There is great joy in taking responsibility for our own lives and the way we are living them, and understanding that whatever we have created, we can create something new and something different. That we are each practitioners of religious science. And so I will pray with my friends when I'm having trouble believing that the $250,000 that I'm calling in right now, maybe I think I can't do it. There's two things to do in that case. One is stop trading for the money and start trading for understanding of truth. Because as Barbara Waterhouse used to say, truth known demonstrates instantly. That doesn't mean that if you are treating for something, which is one of our ways of talking about prayer, and it has not yet manifested, that you are somehow bad or wrong, or we're going to put you in religious science jail or hell. We don't have either one of them. What it means is that you are swimming upstream against the current of the subconscious beliefs of generations across all history, across all time. The subconscious belief of every single being, every sentient being that has ever been on this planet, and in some people's opinions, other planets. What we do is we remember that conscious knowing is stronger than that unfocused, unthought about, unconscious belief system. And so we use our conscious knowing to get into more correct relationship, more accurate relationship with the deepest of truth. And so it doesn't matter whether I'm looking for $2.50 or $250,000. It exists within the mind of God. It doesn't matter where it is now. It comes to me right now. And the only thing I have to do is remember that that money is just a drop in the bucket of what is possible across the cosmos. That whether you're trying to heal a stubbed toe or stage 4 cancer, God doesn't know big or little. God doesn't care what name we call it by, and God doesn't play favorites. So those of us with a practitioner's license have a responsibility to the rest of the community to remind everybody what it looks like when somebody lives in their faith all the time, or as much as humanly possible. Practitioners in general, those people who call themselves religious scientists, are responsible for working it all out within their own consciousness to recognize the Christ within them, the Buddha within them, the perfect being within them, to find nirvana in their own backyard, as it were. But we practitioners who have signed on, who have answered the call, what is ours to do is be the example of somebody who has done the studying, done the work, and when they have that moment of doubt, they go back to their prayer chair. They go back within and recognize that a false thought has crept into their thinking. And that's going to happen. Even with a magic wand, I promise you, and I have to say, mine's bigger, not that size matters. Mine's about 3 feet tall. All of us have moments when we need to call on our own practitioner and know together that there is a greater truth and that we are far more powerful when we spend as much time reminding each other of our greater truth as we do allowing the world outside to tell us the lies, or the bad data anyway. So I take great pleasure in the self-care of going within and reminding myself that as a practitioner of religious science, I am the one in control of my own destiny. And every licensed practitioner across the globe, all 3,000 or so of us, are now standing in the truth together, are now knowing together that there is a mighty, mighty work going on, and we are tipping the balance back into unity and oneness. We are tipping the balance back into joy by practicing the excellent self-care of remembering who and what we are. And so that is my ask of you this week. Continue going out into the world, remembering that whether you have a license or not, you are a religious science practitioner. And ask yourself the classic question: if being a practitioner of religious science became illegal tomorrow, would there be enough evidence to convict you? Namaste.
Beautiful, beautiful service. Oh my gosh. When I think I'm only human, thank you. And that's what I choose to see. Then I'm living in illusion. I got chains binding me. When I see myself as limited by my physicality, I know a part of me knows better, and that's the part I will be free. 'Cause I'm more than I think I am, more than I know I can be. I am body, mind, and spirit, and I choose to live in harmony. Yeah. when I buy into the drama and I believe the lies I hear. Those are things that do not serve me, they just hold me in my fear. When I know that I am worthy and I believe what I see, well, I know Spirit's greatest pleasure is the moments when I truly see that I am more than I think I am, more than I know I can be. I am body, mind, and spirit, and I choose to live in harmony. And every day I'm learning better to feel the love inside of me, 'cause that love leads to balance and my true equality. I am more than I think I am, more than I know I can be. I am body, mind, and spirit, and I choose to live in harmony. Yeah. I am body, mind, and spirit, and I choose to live in harmony. Oh, yes, I do. Yeah.
Before I get to our vision, I want to remind you that if you want more of that absolutely awesome music, remember, musician Rhonda Dene and your phone will take you there. That is magnificent. Now, our CSL mission is to awaken humanity to their spiritual magnificence. We envision a world that works for all. This is the time of service. We are reminded that practicing the law of circulation is one of the many ways we support our spiritual center. It supports where we are spiritually fed, while also supporting the business of running a center. And this is a business and a spiritual enterprise. We do both. As we give, we receive. How do we tithe, offer, donate? There are many ways to give, and you will find them on our website. For more information, go to cslgreaterbaltimore.org/giving. Together as a community, let us declare our financial wealth and abundance. You may say with me, I joyfully, consciously, and gratefully participate in the law of circulation. I trust in the spiritual principle that says, as I sow into my beloved community, I demonstrate my awareness of standing not only in the flow, but as the flow itself. As I sow with myself, my time, my treasure, my talent, I demonstrate my support and engagement in my community's vision, mission, and purpose. I actively give as a demonstration of manifest, of reaping the harvest of a world that works for all. If you would like the practitioner to pray with you, please email. Who shall we email?
Go to the website.
I'll go to the website and request prayer on the website, because today we're going to have a board meeting and we don't have enough technology to do everything all at once. If you are attending the board meeting, join us on Zoom and type board but we're going to meet in the chat room next and enter both in the chat if you're going for prayer and attending the board meeting.
Happy to pray. Always happy to pray.
Yes.
So, beloveds, thank you for being here today. Thank you for knowing with us the absolute truth of spirit that all is well and unfolding exactly as it should. Even on the days when we want to say all is well. Okay. So in this moment, I ask you to join with me in consciousness, the true and real consciousness, the deeply solemn and yet joyous consciousness that is our very truth. Stand with me now, knowing to whatever degree you feel ready to know that we are the beloved of the beloved, that we are not here to take hostages or prisoners, but to become free of being a prisoner of false beliefs and bad data. I open now to the great glory that is the divine in me, through me, as me, and for me, as I call in all good for all practitioners of religious science and anyone who might ever meet them or see them or know about them, or heck, people we may never even know. What I know in this moment is that us doing this work here today has healed somebody and they will never know what happened. This is the high consciousness in which we all actually share, whether we know it or not consciously. And so I bless everything that has happened today. I bless and celebrate Dana Cole exactly as she is unfolding, and with all that she has let go of. I know that her practitionership is blessed, and she is a major force in the world as she joins this circle of practitioners who are so powerful. And I know that this good that we experience today goes forth into the world and multiplies. And so I call it good with a grateful heart. And so it is. So it is.